Hi, everybody.
Hey, what's going on? This is
Hey,
Junior.
guys.
I'm here with Nikki and Andrea.
Andrea. Thanks for tuning in. It looks like we got a couple people in here. We wanted to get on here so we could answer some top questions that we've been getting on the recruiting side. Junior's a driver, if you don't already know about him. He has his own channel. It's called
Junior Honduras.
Junior Honduras. You also have, what, 3 trucks here, Prime?
Yeah, 3 trucks at Prime, and I do a lot of informational videos and educational, and then kind of show the students' point of view of everything as far as the students doing the backing maneuvers and living the driving by the pre-trip and kind of what we do out there and the training and stuff.
And then I work in recruiting. I'm a full-time recruiter. So if you have any questions, you can always give me a call. My phone number is 417-521-3598. If I'm not available, you can always call one of the other recruiters as well.
Can they leave a voicemail?
They can leave a voicemail.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my name's Andrea Mueller. I help with our driver recruitment advertising, our websites, and our social media. All right.
All right, we'll see if you guys have any questions, but some of the questions that we've been getting asked is Florida. Are they hiring out of Florida?
No, not at this time, but just keep in touch with us on social media and we'll keep you updated. There's really no ETA at this time.
Yep, and we haven't been hiring from Florida since around March, April of 2019. And the reason for that is that we do have over 1,000 drivers in our fleet currently that live in that area. And all of our drivers take their trucks home. So there has to be enough freight to keep them being able to come in and out of the state of Florida. So we're just not hiring there to protect the current drivers we have in our fleet that live in Florida.
Another question is, do I have to have my CDL permit before coming to Prime? And do I need my hazmat endorsement?
You do need your permit out of the state that you live in. Your license has to match the state that you live in. So if you apply from Georgia, you have to have a Georgia permit when you come into Prime. You have to have your tanker endorsement. It's the easiest endorsement to add. It's only about 20 questions. Hazmat is not a requirement in order to start with us, but in the future you would be asked to get that.
Okay. Now, if I live in the state of Washington, can I come to Prime?
You can come to Prime. If you have your CDL already, you can come to Prime. At this time, we can't take any permit holders out of Washington, unfortunately, but we'll keep you updated on that as well.
Yep, so we are hiring from all lower 48 states minus Florida. So if you have any questions about your specific zip code, or recruiters have a really cool tool where they can pop in your zip code and then it tells us what kind of freight is available in your area, and it'll ensure that you would be in a profitable area for us. So just give us a call and they can do that.
So I saw a question on there asking if we hired out of Chicago. We do. We hire out of Chicago for refrigerated, flatbed, tanker, and intermodal. So it's a hot area. Give us a call. We have opportunities for over the road, and then we have opportunities to get you home potentially every night. So
What is intermodal?
intermodal is taking the rail cars from the.
I just asked her this question over on Instagram and she was like,
What?
I'm like, you know what it is.
I can't explain it.
I just meant the basics because a lot of people coming into Prime don't have their CDL. So
when you're
there's
sitting
a lot of
at a train
questions.
track and you see all these containers on the back of the trains, that's what it is. You'll be picking up those containers and taking them from rail yard to rail yard, and so we can ship freight all over.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, there's weights on some of the areas for intermodal, correct?
Weights?
Yeah, you have to wait. There's
a
a
waiting
waiting
list.
list.
Oh, waiting list. Okay.
We're on different wavelengths today.
Yeah, we really are. So yes, we're not hiring for all of our areas for intermodal, but we are hiring for Chicago for sure.
And we do have an opportunity in New Jersey as well. So if you're interested in intermodal, just give us a call. We can put you on the list. We did a question if you need any endorsements for the flatbed division.
Right.
And you do need the tanker endorsement for all divisions at Prime. The reason we have everybody get it is because in case you switch to refrigerator or tanker at some point, you would need that tanker endorsement.
How difficult is it to switch divisions?
Difficult may not be the right word. It is a process. You have to get approved, and it depends on like how you're doing. So if you're doing really poorly in refrigerated, they're not going to encourage you necessarily to switch over to a different division. They're going to want to make sure that you're a good driver before we go through the process of moving you. Because, for example, if you're moving to like flatbed or tanker, there's different truck setups for each division, and it is a process to go through. So talk to your fleet manager.
That's what I meant, the process.
Yeah. Yeah, you do have to physically change trucks the majority of the time when you're switching divisions at Prime. So you want to make sure you're in it for the long haul. No pun intended. Someone had a question about let's see, we're sitting too far away. I feel like okay, do you have any idea when you will be hiring out of Florida? 32935. We do not have an ETA. Jen Cake said, are you hiring from Kansas yet? We have
Yeah.
never stopped hiring from
I was
Kansas.
gonna say, I didn't,
Yeah, we have refrigerated and flatbed positions out of Kansas, and we would love to talk to you about those. Damara said, do you have to get a lightweight truck to drive for tanker?
No.
The only
We
one
don't
that
have to.
requires that is out of Decatur, Indiana, I believe, for their dedicated opportunity because of the weights in the trailer for the tanker. But just give us a call and we can talk about that. But flatbed uses full size, and then refrigerated has both full size and lightweight.
now, as far as the company side on the refrigerated, do I have to get the lightweight?
Don't have to. It depends on inventory, and it also depends on, do you plan on training? Do you plan on teaming? There's going to be some things that they're going to look into. We try to give you the opportunity to get into a full size if there's trucks available, but if you're a company driver, we're going to get you into something that can get you rolling right away.
Okay. What is the pet policy?
You can have any type of pet. I've seen a raccoon,
No.
snake. Yeah, I've seen a raccoon.
A
I
raccoon?
don't think it was legal, but I think.
Oh
I mean,
my
I have a
God.
picture of it. I really saw it, and somebody was holding it, and it had a leash. I don't think we encourage that one, but we have a lot of people with cats and dogs. The weight requirement
Snakes?
is snakes. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one too that I've heard. Oh, fish, which I feel like that's not really fair to a fish to be like flopping around in a truck. Just saying, it seems like pretty
Beta
dangerous.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
but we do allow pets, and we have a pet wash here in Springfield, Missouri. We have a temporary pet kennel. We have a little pet park, and we will have a pet wash soon in Salt Lake City and Pittston as well. For company drivers, pets have to be typically under 40 pounds, 30 to 40 pounds, and then for contractors, there's no weight requirement.
All right.
Right.
What? Go ahead.
We have a question. I'm in TNT with a reefer trainer. Trying not to flip over my phone here. How many miles do I need to switch to tanker, which is the division I want to drive for? So you'll want to talk to your fleet manager about that. It's just going to depend how far you are into training. So give your fleet manager a call to discuss that, or you can call a training manager as well. Divine Justice said, I've been driving Class B fuel tankers for 18 years. Ready to upgrade to my Class A. Do you guys have any terminals close to New Jersey?
We do in Pittston, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we are hiring out of New Jersey for tanker, refrigerated, and flatbed drivers. We'd send you to orientation for, it sounds like 3 days for you, 3 or 4 days, and then you'd be out on the road. Willie Willis says, does solo lease drivers run all 48 states?
Yes.
Yes.
What's your favorite state?
Me?
Besides Florida.
Yeah. Besides your home state,
I would say
Like the prettiest.
Missouri. No one says that.
I don't know. That's a good
Oh my
question.
God. Mostly over-the-road opportunities here at Prime, whether you're lease or your company. We do have, like we said, refrigerated, flatbed, tanker, and intermodal. Majority of opportunities are out 3 to 4 weeks at a time away from home. We do have some regional, especially in the flatbed division. Tanker has some regional and intermodal. Refrigerated right now has nothing available that's regional.
Nope.
Sorry guys, these disappeared too quickly. Blessed Kid said, when will we be able to look at all the load choices instead of just 3 at a time? That is not the plan. We never intended for the Prime Load Choice program to be a load board. It optimizes the best 3 loads available at the time that you go to look at your choices. You're on the load
Yeah,
choice,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So we have over, I think it's around 400 to 500 drivers among our 3 divisions that are testing out the Prime Load Choice program. So if you haven't heard about it, it's something that we added. Our drivers had said they wanted to see, more options. And so we said, okay, we'll try it out. But we have no intention of making a load board. We want our drivers to be profitable, and we have to balance our freight network and the drivers we have. And so the most I've ever heard them showing is 3.
Yeah.
Correct?
Right, yeah. 3 at a
And
time.
sometimes there'll be 2 or 1.
Right.
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 Just depends on
And the area you're
program.
in. Yeah.
Yep. So it runs off of an optimization tool, and we're continuing to test it out and refine it. Jen said, where would I go for training from Kansas?
Oh, for Kansas, you would come to Missouri.
So the training would take place over the road, and your orientation would take place here where we are, which is in Springfield, Missouri. All right, Divine Justin said, I've loved watching all of Junior's videos. Very informative. Keep up the good work.
Thank you very
That's
much.
awesome.
Thank you.
All right, Damar said, how long does it usually take to do 50,000 training miles?
50,000. You average 5,000 miles a week, so I would say 9 weeks or 10 weeks actually.
It's like your mouth sucks. No offense.
About 10 weeks. Now, if there's
And
home time in
Oh, yeah, I was gonna
between,
say home time.
then that could prolong that. So that's something between you and your trainer that you'd have to talk about and how you want to do it. If it's something you want to shoot straight across, no time off, then definitely let him know ahead of time. And if he's wanting to take time off, then talk to him about that as well, and then he can get with dispatch.
So typically with your TNT trainees, how long do you stay out at a time?
TNT trainees, after they get their CDL, I go home. I go on the road for about 5, maybe 6 weeks, and then I go home. We go home. He goes. The student goes home with to get the spend the time with the family and as well as me, and then we get back on the road and finish it out. Then go home again before they upgrade.
Gotcha.
So whenever they go to upgrade, they're ready to go, full
Yeah.
blown.
Yeah. So each trainer is going to be different. We have hundreds of trainers here at Prime, and we're really proud of the ability to offer one-on-one training out in the real world. The biggest success is going to come from communication with your trainer and making sure that you work well together. If you have any issues with your trainer, you always want to work it out first, then go to your fleet manager, and then you can always go to the training manager as well. Oh, look, Junior just got us the question, so we don't have to keep flipping back and forth. Okay, this is much better. Damar said, can you get on another truck while your trainer is on time off?
Well, that depends. How long is the trainer going to be on time off? If he's only going to be home for a few days, then that's something that they're not going to do. If he's going to be home for a couple weeks, then yeah, you can ask to be on another trainer. But that's also something that you should have talked about with the trainer beforehand, or he should have told you beforehand. If you're on the truck and he's at home, you're still getting paid. But the point is
if you're available to run, and you need to make sure you communicate with your fleet manager.
If you're available to run, correct. But that's not the point. You want to get these miles out the way. You want to get your own truck. So definitely talk to them. If he's going to be prolonging that, then definitely get with dispatch to get a new trainer.
All right, so if you guys are just tuning in, we have Nikki. She's from our recruiting department. Junior's one of our drivers. He has a channel, Junior Honduras, and I help with our media. So we're going to take some more questions here. We also went live on Facebook, so if you don't catch any information here, you can also watch that one as well.
Yes.
Sean said I picked Prime to get my CDL because of the training program.
That's good.
Great
That's
to hear. Junior came through our training program.
Yeah.
What year?
I came here back in 11. I've
11.
been here a little over 8 years.
And you plan to only stay for like a year, right?
My goal was 2 years.
2 years.
Because that's what the requirements is to do back, go back home and do local. 8 years,
got
I'm still
stuck.
here.
Sorry.
8 years, I'm still here.
So we're glad to have you. We've been doing the Prime training program since 2002. Prime itself has been around since 1970. And next week is our 50th anniversary. Did you know that?
Next week?
Yeah,
Wow.
March
Wow.
3rd. So pretty exciting. Our owner is Robert Lowe. He started the company with one truck back in 1970, and he's still here every single day. So some of you may have played basketball with him,
Yeah.
talked to him. He's really down to earth. When I first started, I didn't know who he was, and he wears basketball shorts a lot, just like casual clothes. He was walking down the hallway, and I was like, who's that guy? He's the owner. He's kind of a big deal. He can wear whatever he wants. But that's how down to earth he is. You don't even know who he is.
Yeah.
He's pretty awesome. But we started the training program because we had some spouses that wanted to train each other, or the other one, on how to get their CDL so that they could team drive together. So they started the training program just to help spouses, and then it grew into this huge, successful program that we have now.
Right here.
Sean said, let me see.
No, these.
Divine. So
Yes,
who could I
yes.
call directly to speak about upgrading from Class B to Class A? I'm actually in a driving school in New Jersey, and it was a waste of my $4,000 because it's only 2 trainers to 10 students.
Oh,
I
man.
hear that all the time.
Yes.
Some schools are
Awful.
$10,000, so at least you didn't spend that. Sorry that you're in that situation. That's really frustrating. We help a lot of people upgrade their Class B to a Class A. So how does that process work?
Well, really, it's on you. I mean, if you didn't do this through the school, you would get your permit upgraded there in the state that you live in. Do an application. We would just need to check with the school and make sure, nothing negative from them. Besides that, it's taking too long. And then hopefully we can get you in through our training program.
Would they be able to get the tuition reimbursement?
No.
No, unfortunately, if you didn't get your Class A CDL with the school, we wouldn't be able to provide tuition reimbursement.
Okay.
But with our contract, with our training program, there is a 1-year contract. If you're a military veteran with the United States, then it's 9 months. We actually shorten it. But as long as you drive for that contract period, then you don't pay anything for the training program itself. We pay for the physical drug test. The only thing you have to pay for is the Class A permit.
And then we will pay for your bus ticket to get to orientation, your hotel room, and then 3 meals a day. And, you know, I hear a lot of other places don't offer that, or you have to go to orientation, you have to pay for your own food.
Right.
We try to make
Your own
it
way
as-
there.
Yeah, we try to take care of everything for you.
Yep, and we do have you pay a $100 entry fee. That's really because we pay for all that stuff. We want to make sure that you're truly in it and wanting to show up at Prime. And then we actually reimburse it once you clear through orientation. We have a question. I am an Irish citizen looking to work as a truck driver. Will you all do a work permit? I run our Facebook page and I probably get this message
Yes,
daily. And
me
I wish
too.
I could say yes, but unfortunately we don't. We actually require anyone who wants to drive for Prime to have a regular U.S. Driver's license for at least 1 year. So we wouldn't be able to bring you in directly from another country. You would have to have that United States driver's license first for a year, and then you would need to be eligible to drive to work in the U.S. We don't sponsor any permits. John Holland said, when can drivers from California go lease? The AB 5 has been suspended, I think is the terminology that they're using.
Right.
It has not been overturned and dismissed, so at this time we are still not doing any leases through California. So unfortunately, not right now. If it does get it, truly overturned in the future, it'll be something I'm sure we review, but right now, just company driver opportunities out of California. John P said, can you bring your own truck after TNT? If I would purchase a truck from Peterbilt dealer, what are specs truck must have?
You would probably just need to call us. We would need to look at the year. It has to be, I think, a 2018 or newer. 2017 is kind of on the line at this point. But I always say 2 years old or newer. And you'll have to have roll stability on the truck, collision avoidance. And we could also get you on the phone with leasing too, just to make sure that that truck meets everything. And I have a list that I can send out to you as well.
Yeah. So we do have drivers that own their own trucks. Junior owns,
Yeah.
you own one?
3.
3. Okay, so
Kind of
it
a
is
big deal.
possible, but you can own, lease, or be a company driver here. Sean said I was supposed to be there back in January, but had a medical issue to deal with, and now once this is ready, I will be setting up coming at the end of March.
That's
Awesome.
good. That's good. That's good.
Look forward to working with you, Sean. Rodney Williams said I have a Class A permit. I was interested in coming aboard from the tanker division. I live in Maryland. Is that a good place?
Yeah, that's an excellent place.
Yep. Just give us a call. We'd love to get you started.
Fill out the application and everything.
Is the blonde from Sweden? No, I am not from Sweden. I am from
Look how you trying to do an
Missouri.
accent.
I can't. My heritage is German. What's the difference between lease purchase, and owner operator?
Well, lease is you're leasing the truck. You make payments on the truck, and at the end of the lease, the truck will go back to the company. A lease purchase is you put money down. You're in the process of purchase, so whenever that truck is paid off, it will be yours. And owner operators, you're fully blown. You got title in hand, and you're doing your thing. So
You want to be a recruiter? You answered that so well.
You're hired. All right. We have.
That's why I
Divine
work
said,
with you.
thanks
I
guys
learn
for all
from
the
you.
information. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe on those roads, Junior.
Thank you very much.
All right. Victor said I already have my Class A license, but the last time I drove was in 2012. So can we help people get refreshed and back into the industry?
You would need to go through our student training program. So realistically, with about 3 months, you could be out, driving on your own.
So yeah, if your Class A CDL is still valid, you won't have to retest, but you would have to go through the training program, which sometimes is a deal breaker to people.
Yeah,
But a lot of people want to get back in, and
so much has changed.
yeah,
Electronic logs and
Yeah.
so much has changed. So it's always a good idea.
All right, Jeremiah said, I got my Class A CDL permit, 1 traffic ticket 12 months ago from Georgia, and turned 21 next week on March 4th. I'm ready to come to Missouri. Woo!
That's awesome.
We're ready to have you. So I think you can apply technically in the month that you turn 21, but as soon as you can apply, give us a call and we will get
Also,
you
he's
started.
good with the 12 months.
Oh, what? Ticket? Well, it depends on what the traffic ticket is for.
That's why I was looking at Nikki. I was like, I hope she can elaborate on that.
It depends on what it's for. So, the only thing that would be I mean, there's several things that could be a disqualifier, but
Just give them
No.
a call and then.
yeah, we can look
Yeah,
at it.
like a simple traffic ticket's fine. Georgia's a big state. Like I'm a stickler on checking all those driving records because they do this thing, the Georgia Serious Commercial Disqualifier. If you get any tickets over 20 or something, they automatically put that on your license, and that's a deal breaker. So one traffic ticket could be a big deal, but more than likely it's not. Just give us a call and tell us what it is.
Oh, 15 miles per hour over. You should be okay.
You should be okay as long as
Really?
you don't have multiple.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
there you go. That's how you know
There you
that every state is different because in Florida, 15 over is reckless driving.
Oh shoot.
Yes.
So we, as part of our process here at Prime,
Wow.
we do everything on the front end. So some people can get annoyed and say you're going
Yes.
above and beyond and doing too much. You're too strict. We are a very popular company. We get over 1,000 full applications. We get thousands of leads and calls on top of that. And so we are very selective, and we do run your motor vehicle report and all of your background reports. And then we also have you do a drug test and physical, and we verify your last 3 years of employment before you get here. So the employment verification can be annoying sometimes because we will require you to help us verify if we can't get people on the phone. So just want to throw that out there because I know some people think that we're just being asking too many questions. We're just trying to verify
But
what
on
you put in
the
your
flip
application.
side, as a recruiter, I also hear like, you're asking too much of me, and then like the next week or the next couple weeks, they're like, well, I went to CR England and they didn't check my drive, or not, I'm just using
Yeah.
it as an example. Whatever company, and
We're thorough for a reason.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so-
It's good. It's good for everybody.
some
really.
companies don't check stuff on the front end. They're like, hey, we had a great conversation, come on in. And then when they get there, sometimes, all that stuff shows up. So we would rather vet you out and make sure that we are a good fit for you just as much as you're a good fit for us before you come in.
Yeah.
Hey, Rodney Williams, appreciate doing that, and definitely put the application in, and Nikki as a recruiter, and we'll get it going.
All right. Oh, he said, sorry, what I meant, what's the difference in revenue between the three? So here
Oh.
at Prime, he's talking about lease purchase, lease, and owner
Right,
operator.
right.
You're paid a percentage of the line haul, whether you lease the truck, own the truck, whatever. So
Yes.
you can earn more of that by not having a truck payment, but the revenue that we pay is the same for anybody that's under our DOT authority that's an independent contractor. It's 72% of the revenue for refrigerated and flatbed and 71% for tanker.
Yep.
Yes, we are in Missouri. We're in Springfield, Missouri. It's a beautiful day. It looks like it's dark outside. Let's see if we can turn this around.
Very gloomy.
Yeah, it's super gloomy. You can see out there. You can't see because it's too dark. But I want to ask you guys, if you're watching right now, comment below on what you want to see more of. So we do a few of these Q&As. We have a lot of cool facilities here, a lot of cool people. Comment below and tell me what you want to see, and we will make it happen.
Yep.
We're gonna take a couple more questions here, and then we gotta go because my phone's dying. This is our third live stream, so.
Somebody forgot to charge it.
Do you have one? No.
No.
Yeah, I forgot. All right. How long can you reapply between applications?
Well, the
So-
application's good for 30 days.
Yeah.
So depending on why you're reapplying, really would be a question for your recruiter. But if your application's over 30 days old, something happens, you can't end up coming in, you do have to reapply. The good thing is most of your information is going to be in there. You'll just have to go back in and make sure there's no changes, sign it, submit it, and get a confirmation number.
Somebody said, I left 2 primes, can I come back? It just depends on the situations when you left, if you left
Yeah.
on good terms. I know of people that have left 3 or 4 times and come back, but it truly depends on how you ran here. Were you, good, profitable, safe driver? Did you leave on good terms? We have a lot of drivers that live in other countries, or their family live in other countries, and they'll go back like once a year to go visit their families. And we just, as much as we can, we work with people to bring them on back. But if you're interested in rehire, call recruiting and they can walk you through the process. If it's been less than 30 days since your last load, then you don't have to go back through orientation and the application process. You would just go through driver personnel. Are you hiring lease drivers out of California? No, we are not. We covered it, sorry, at the beginning of this live stream, but AB5 is still just in suspension mode. So we are not going to go back on that at this time. We are still only offering company driver opportunities out of California. Jeremiah said, the employment verification concerns me. I've had 5 jobs my whole life since 16. 2 of them I've stayed for a year. The other 3 I've only stayed for 3 to 6 months. Is that good? Just depends on when those 3 to 6 months were they layoffs or whatever, but we know that people switch jobs. That's okay. You don't have to have the same job for the last 3 years. We're just looking for stable and good work history. So recruiting can walk you through that. But like I said, we try to be flexible, but we're not looking for job hoppers that are going to come here and then bounce around. All right, let's take one more question. Chris said, for employment verification, will previous year's W-2s work? My last company is shutting down U.S. operations.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yep. W-2s, pay stubs, you can take screenshots from your phone of payroll. You can use bank statements sometimes, which we don't prefer that because we don't need to know what you're doing with
Yeah,
your personal
like
funds.
Uber,
But-
Lyft, if you do that, a lot of people think that that isn't enough, but I mean, we know how hard those Uber and Lyft drivers work, so if you have Uber and Lyft, make sure you put that on the application. It's super easy to get on there and get proof that you've been, doing that, so that's good too.
Well, that was my next question. What if I was 1099?
That's
Yep.
perfect, send us a, yeah, your 1099. We have a lot of drivers that are Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, because what if I got my own business selling
Yeah.
whatever,
Yep.
But, yeah.
All right, I think we've answered most of these. What if AB5 goes nationwide? What if it doesn't? We don't know. We're not industry experts or
That ain't gonna happen.
or for the, but like we said, it's suspended in California, so not think it's gonna go nationwide at this time, but we will comply with whatever we need to.
Yep.
Felix has a question in
Felix
Spanish.
Junior, saludos. Yo apliqué a Prime al principio de enero y me dijeron que todo estaba bien, pero después me llamaron que tenía que esperar hasta julio para volver a aplicar por un ticket.
Sí.
They did an application and nobody got back to them.
No, he had a ticket. So. Sí, dependiendo del ticket que le dieron, porque ellos trabajan con usted de caso en caso, o con las personas cuando tienen multas o tickets, dependiendo de qué tipo de ticket le dieron, entonces le están diciendo que tiene que esperar hasta en julio. I guess he's got to wait 6 months because he got a ticket, so they told him to reapply in July. That's
Okay.
what it was a case to case, as far as what ticket he got and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you're not sure if you're gonna qualify, go ahead and apply anyway. It's free, doesn't hurt anything, and we can tell you if not now when you would qualify.
And then your application's still in there. It doesn't go anywhere, so even if it's a year or two, we still have all your information in there.
He said he got a ticket for turning with no signal on. So.
Yeah, we
Um,
look at the last 3 years, so it depends on how many tickets
Yeah.
and accidents,
Ellos-
violations, things that
Ellos
you
miran
have.
los últimos 3 años, o dependiendo cuántos otros tickets tenía, entonces por eso fue. Jeremiah is saying, how long will it take to get back once I fill out the application? Well, fill out the application, depending on the time you fill it out, they should get back with you within a day.
But don't wait for us.
Exactly.
Give us a call as soon as
Yeah.
you're available to
Unless
talk.
it's at 9 o'clock at night, and then call the next morning from 8 to 5 Central Time.
And if they call you, definitely have a voicemail set up because they do leave messages. A lot of the times they don't leave.
We will email, call, text. That's our thing.
Pigeon mail.
Yes.
No.
Right, yeah, for sure.
We
will
don't do
try.
snail mail anymore,
Yeah.
but, all right, last question, because I think my phone's gonna die at any second.
Yes.
Wing Rider said, I would love to come to Prime. I'll finish school and get my CDL this year at the end of August. Is it possible to apply and come aboard in January? Unfortunately, due to our high volume, we do not do any kind of pre-qualification. If you're at a CDL school, I know a lot of people want pre-hire letters. We do not do those at this time. So you can apply and we can tell you if it looks like you should qualify, but we can't guarantee that at that time we would take you.
Just remember, guys, the application is only good for 30 days from the time you apply.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna go before my phone dies. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, thanks,
Like I
guys.
said, comment below and let us know what you want to see on our YouTube channel, and we will try to make it happen.
All right,
Thanks.
thank you guys.
See ya.
Bye.